Hello everyone, my name is Danny. This review is for the movie called Clemency. This is a 2019 film. It is rated R. It runs an hour and 50 minutes and it stars Alfred Woodard, Richard Schiff, and Aldous Hodge. The description? As she prepares to execute another inmate, Bernadine must confront the psychological and emotional demons her job creates, ultimately connecting her to the man she is sanctioned to kill. This is Clemency. Well, hi there, everybody. This is a movie that has to deal with a very common issue. A person on death row or in jail. We see a lot of movies of that sort. And I did just see the movie called Just Mercy, but we have lots and lots more like this. And we have a movie where somebody is struggling doing the ethical thing in their job, and even those around her are kind of, they're less important than her, but even they are struggling to, come up with how to do this job appropriately. So that's something that we have every once in a while. It's not really a heavy issue that we see in a lot of movies, so at least that's something. Um, and then we deal a little bit with people's personal lives suffering because of the job being so serious and so heavy and everything else. And so, sorry, I just got some fuzz and stuff. It's bothering me. Anyways, this movie, I'm trying to say, is like other movies that we've seen before. It's nothing original. It's nothing new. It doesn't have many factors in it that we haven't seen before. And honestly, they don't handle them that well. And that's going to hurt it as well. So, sitting down and watching this movie for an hour and 50 minutes, no big deal, right? You watch it, you see the first scene, they execute somebody, kind of gets us prepared for the rest of the movie being a little bit heavier, I guess, a little bit more personal. And although I see those aspects being laid out in front of me, I don't tend to care because of how they're handling those aspects. And honestly, I was kind of leaning more on the description where they say that it's going to be kind of a psychological situation. I was waiting for Bernadine to kind of break down or feel some actual demons like hauntings and stuff. Like the best we get is like a nightmare. So I thought it'd be a little bit more heavy, a little bit more serious. It just kind of is plain Jane. And that's like being nice. It's calling it plain Jane because this movie is very plain. Compared to other movies we've seen that are so much heavier, so much more original, so much more crucial to history. I just don't understand the point of making this movie. And I'm going to say the biggest reason right now. This movie is called Clemency. Do you know what that means? Maybe not. Do I know what that means? Probably not. Mostly it means a pardon. That's my understanding. Or some kind of delay and, things that people need. And that are in prison, that are on death row, that need time to before they're executed, or they can be pardoned. I think that's part of it. So that's what the movie's called. That's what the movie's about. And yes, we hear our main prisoner ask for clemency from his lawyer. His lawyer talks about the clemency situation being a possibility, like it is for every death row inmate, every prisoner, I guess, everybody in the world, or everybody at least in the USA. And I'm just gonna tell you, it doesn't never happen. I gotta say it because this movie is based off something that it shouldn't be, and when the ending comes and we don't get Clemency, what's the point of the movie? Maybe you want to discuss amongst yourselves. But when we have a movie called something and that thing never happens and it's just talked about like as part of the dialogue, why is it called that? Like, I don't understand. So that was really, really disappointing to me, and it was kind of what it was, everything was hinging on, was what's going to happen at the end, and that's really the only thing that matters in this whole movie. There's maybe two scenes that are a little intriguing, and maybe a little like what I wanted to happen actually happened, and they were nice, but two scenes don't make a movie. I've been pushing this for a while now because we're getting into the movies that came out around Christmas, and everybody thought all of them were so great, and I'm starting to get to see them. One or two scenes of great acting in a whole movie do not make a movie. And this movie is another example of something that is worse than something I don't know if I would have liked this anymore if I saw it before Just Mercy, but it really hurt it that I watched Just Mercy a little, like less than a week ago, and now I'm watching Clemency, because Clemency is the most plain jail trial, dealing with lawyers, dealing with a prisoner movie that anybody could have thought of to make. And especially having the name of the movie just be part of the dialogue, not an actual part of the movie, like the main purpose of the movie, is just, it's amusing and it's bewildering all at the same time. It's like, what are you doing? So I feel sorry for the actors in here. I thought our main woman warden, everything she's going through, like there's some times that people have to call her Bernadine other than warden to get her attention. Like, what? You are the warden. Like, I thought she handled the warden position probably the worst of any movie I've ever seen. Like, even The Longest Yard warden made his claim to power. Like, he oversaw things, people listened to him, he had authority. I don't know what this lady in Clemency's doing. I really don't. I don't understand why they gave her the title warden, or why she thought just being a meek old lady is going to do it or cut it. So, can't understand this movie. I just don't understand it. I don't understand why it was made and why it was made the way it was. I think it's really disappointing and plain and boring and all these other words that you want to come up with. But like I said, don't get fooled by this movie watching it and thinking it's actually any good, because it's not. And it's just a run-of-the-mill movie that somebody put out. I think it's kind of embarrassing. So I'm going to give Clemency a D. That's my worst grade that I give movies, because I understand what people go through to make them. And it's going to be on my worst of the year list. So don't waste your time on this. It's already hard to find, so just kind of don't seek it out and don't waste your time. A D for Clemency, guys. Thanks a lot. My name's Danny. If you like this or any of my other videos, try and get some of them to watch. Like and subscribe to my channel if you would. Enjoy movies, guys. Thanks.